And then he said, all right, folks, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joey Evans.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Z Garcia. Hello.
All right. Hey, welcome to Crowdsurfing. It's been a couple weeks. Last time we did this, we talked about 200 gajillion games.
So many.
We should do it again. Let's do it again.
We will do it
Let's
again.
do it.
I think he volunteered
There's
himself.
fewer games this week, but there's still a lot of games to talk about.
Lot.
And so many non-game projects that I had to cut them by more than 50%.
There were a ton.
Oh, wow. There's still a lot
Really?
left.
And there was more. But I'll squeeze them into next week and keep sending them to me, folks, because you're sending some amazing stuff.
Good
Send it to
stuff.
tom@dicediary.com. I especially want to see things that are so bad that Mike DeLisio will pop out of chat. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
agree
want to
with
see
that.
happen.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. More cats.
All right, well, this is Crowdsurfing, so we are sponsored by BackerKit. Let's take a look at a project they're running right now. Okay, today, folks, we're taking a look at this 130 plus tabletop role-playing game fantasy characters. So this here, and one thing I do want to note if you're watching this, notice there's this free expansion only for the first 48 hours, which if you're watching it right now, as I'm doing this live, is now. So if you run a role-playing game, you know that you're kind of building up all these different characters. Well, this is another way to inject something in your campaign, to have all these different characters. You can get this as a digital only, or you can get the physical cards, but you see all these cards with this really good artwork on them, and you can just pull out these cards and you pick what your characters are doing. But I like this idea here. They're like, whose shop will you visit first? You put these three characters on the table and you let people pick whose shop they go into. And that gives you sort of, you know, your players some agency. It puts them a little bit more into the world. And you can see there's all kinds of different artwork. And this is what's called agnostic, where this can work in any role-playing game. You can use it in Dungeons and Dragons and other ones. So the front of the card has the picture of the character on the card, and then the back has a whole bunch of things. Their name, their background, their flaws, a secret, a fun fact about them. So this is something you can get right now. Like I said, if you get it now, you get the free expansion thrown into it. So check out these cards that you can use in your role-playing games.
Yeah!
Still getting the glare.
All right, let's get started
You okay,
here.
Joey?
I'm okay.
Back the. How many things are you backing, Joey, this week?
It's not important.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into Bad Baby Lich Lords.
Oh.
This is a relaunch. We talked about this when it originally came up. And I remember originally when I first saw it, I was not particularly impressed on first blush.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then I saw good comments.
Specifically from Richard Garfield, the designer of Magic the Gathering and many other games. One of the best known game designers of all time. And they quote him here in this project, in fact, as saying, you know, it's a very interesting tactical game.
It's right there.
And then immediately they
Scroll
quote
up.
Tom saying, no joke, if Richard Garfield says your game's good, that sways me.
That's true, though. Like, if Richard Garfield says it's a good game, I assume it is.
I just think it's funny how that quote is not about this game.
No.
It's more like
I just love it. I love that it's like Richard Garfield, and something Tom said.
Sure. I'm sure it's good, too, because he likes
I
it.
like this art. This art has a vibe of the Townsfolk Tussle with colors.
It
A
does.
little bit.
Alright,
I think it's the
maybe.
same artist as the one who does Dueling Fire Wizards on Mount Doom, whatever, right?
Yeah, well,
Is that
hopefully it's
artist?
not as gross as that one.
I hope it's even more gross.
Why?
It looks silly. It looks kind of
I like the artist
lighthearted.
a lot.
A lot of puns in the titles.
Oil Factory Factory.
Free
Oh,
pull.
Factory.
There you go.
Oh.
Nose factory.
Gutter fairies. The best kind of fairies.
Gutter fairies? I like that.
Grandma Bonesaw. Say it.
Grandma Bonesaw.
Grandma Bonesaw is ready.
Hobnoblins.
Yeah. I really like the look of these. I like this artist. I
cute.
think you're right that a lot of the art they make is gross. I like it. It's a weird, like, bubblegum style meets disgusting thing.
You know, that gives a reminder almost of the old Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't like it?
It doesn't do anything for me, no.
Yeah.
Well.
Anyway, what do you like about the game, though, Tom?
Richard Garfield said it looked interesting.
It's matching symbols. There's like you trying to complete set collection, matching symbols to achieve the locations.
Yep.
I'm not sure past that what there is.
And then
I
scoring, you can like put them underneath there, stack them for different scoring things. Yeah, I know.
It looks
simple.
cool. I like the look of it a lot. If this was here, I would try it for sure.
Me too.
I'm just not sure I'm understanding enough of it to go, yes, back.
If I could,
If I could back it with Richard Garfield's money, I would. How about that?
if I could print it and play it.
You would have already backed it then.
That's
would
true.
have.
Joey,
Moving
you're all
on.
about the print and plays.
More weird artwork with Cook King.
Oh.
Now
The game.
this looks like Cuphead or, that
This is-
style.
Yeah, but they
this
have
is
This
the
is the
townsfolk.
one that looks like Townsfolk Tussle.
But they have a picture of Paella in like the video.
Like actual pie, like you make
yes.
it at a
All
card,
of a sudden, just randomly.
and then all of a sudden like becomes real.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm like,
They had
okay.
me at the
It made me
paella.
really hungry.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a really cool looking game. It's also a Mexican game. So all the cards are in Spanish and English. Everything
Really?
is listed in Spanish and English. It looks really cool. I like the look. I like the idea. I do worry it's not for me because it's a real-time game.
Right.
That's part of
Yeah.
that's part of the gimmick. It's sort of like collect things quickly to make the whatever recipe you're going for. So I don't think I would like the game, but I love the look.
I want that cheese plushie.
Do you?
That's
Because if you showed this to someone, you're like, what is this? How many people are going to say cheese?
Very few.
not a lot.
I
I
still
wonder if
want
his
it.
arms stay up like that. Do they have like wires in them?
Probably. How much do you think that is? It costs to get
I wonder
that.
if he smells like cheese. That's
Wait,
the
a
thing.
chicken plushie.
That.
Oh,
that's
that's awesome.
really full on Cuphead right there.
I
Oh,
like
that
the rat.
is-
that's like Mickey Mouse's
Is he gonna stand?
non-famous cousin.
Yeah, is he
for
gonna
real.
stand like that though?
Marvin
Probably
Mouse.
not.
I doubt he'll stand.
So, well then, but that's
Oh.
what he is in the rendering though.
I love him. He's a buddy.
Yeah, he's cute.
I might get him. All right. Dead Grandma, a card game of inheritance. So this is a tee-hee-hee, we said Dead Grandma. The game itself is about splitting her inheritance. And
That creepy doll with the knife.
it looks like they put 99% of their effort into the name of the game. I don't know. There's a lot of splitting inheritance games, and the art for this one and stuff just... This isn't selling me on it.
I just don't. I mean, the gameplay part of it is pick a card, highest value gets to pick first. I mean, like, definitely tried and true mechanisms, things we've seen.
right.
And
You're
it's
gonna
like,
print this
okay,
out, put this on your desk.
it's like, okay, nothing we haven't seen before. Then the other half is you have those number cards. You also have cards that mess with the other players. Like
Right.
+2 to my own card
Yeah,
because
TV.
screw you, and -2 and you get the whatever. Okay, that doesn't sound as good. On top of that, it's really lame humor, I'm sorry to say. It's very one note, like all the funny stuff you're splitting is like grandma's favorite underwear.
Yeah.
And her hairless dog and her fuzzy toilet cover. It's like,
creepy doll. Yeah.
ouch, you know what I mean? Like, that is... Maybe you'll elicit a smile the first time. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't... I'm not going in because it's like, this is funny right here. This is good stuff right here.
It's one of those you'll look through once and go, oh, ha, 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 and then you'll put it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I think you're assuming a ha the first time. But all right.
Yeah.
Kraken Skulls.
Love that name, though.
That is a good name,
Yeah,
right?
It is
I like
really
that a
good.
lot.
How has
Yeah,
that not been thought of before? That's,
And the front of the box looks
Right.
like you just got a kid's meal from Long John Silver's, but
oh, I love Long John
it
Silver's.
does. You're right. It looks like the
Cracklins.
box meal
Oh,
from
so
there.
good.
You're right.
Long John.
That's funny.
you're in the mood for some fried fish? What's going on?
Long John's. Yeah,
Long
this
John
one.
is horrible.
They what?
I agree with him.
What?
I would.
Dude, we live near the Keys.
It's a
Why
southern
would
thing,
you
though.
ever
That's
go
the
to
thing.
Long
It's
John?
no. I'm with you,
Because-
Joey. I'm
Long
with
John Silver, I
So
like
good.
going to. I used to like going to till it closed. I would go every like 6 months. Right after that time when I forgot that the last time I went, I told myself, Never again.
So it's your,
Everything tastes like fish oil. French fries get fried in the same thing as the planks,
You're making me hungry.
as the shrimp, as the hush puppies. It all just tastes like fish oil.
So it all
Mercy.
matches. It all goes.
It all matches,
I like
yeah.
it. I like it. I've never been disappointed by Long Johns. Or
Also, this
Captain
game.
D's.
It looks interesting. It looks very simple. I mean, it's a bunch of mini games and dice rolling, and they have a print and play version. I'm just saying.
And like kind of those mini games, depending on where you go to the location.
You like the
right?
name of the
Yeah.
It's
company?
like that.
that.
That
the
Chris
name.
Couch Games, they're already Green Couch exists.
It's a very similar logo too.
It is.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Are you print and playing this or whatever? But what about the dice, Joey? I don't care if you print and
Hey.
play, throw your money away, but the dice.
They have STLs in their print and play. So
You're
I don't-
never going to do that. I can't even believe you're going to say that out
Look, all
loud.
you ever print is
Can
the
you-
batarangs. How are you gonna?
Have they shown?
Are you
the
working for me just so you can steal
renderings for
my
the ship?
3D printer?
pretty much for
I didn't see
batarangs.
'em either.
Sorry, what was the question?
No, I just asked if they showed the STLs for the ships. I didn't see them, so I didn't know if y'all had
I like
seen
this
them.
artwork and stuff.
I don't know.
If they have STLs for those ships that you can print 3D ships, then you need to back this and print me some ships for Seas of Havoc.
Ooh.
Okay? Because Camilla
Yes.
apparently can tell where the front of the ship is. The rest of us cannot.
I can read a map. It's true.
You know,
Oh.
talking about trends, horror games are in.
Did you watch the video? That's a good video.
Gosh, the video, and then by the end, I was like, when it finally switches to the game, I was like, oh yeah, this is a video or a board game.
Yeah,
Like I completely forgot.
What is the video? I did not watch the video.
You
for
didn't
this
watch the
Oh, it's the
because,
whole thing. It's like a
honestly,
7-minute
You're gonna be
video. Like
scared.
the whole, I mean,
It looks like it's footage from the movie.
Oh, they just recreate
it's
everything in
a
it.
whole.
No, look, they're playing a
Shtick.
game.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not
they're
this
playing
game
Go
though.
Fish.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
this
but
game
it's-
comes in later.
But it's a game.
Right, but then they
Now
go
they
through this
got
whole
my-
thing,
Yeah,
so
my
that's the
Boy
game right there.
Valentine.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
She's evil, I can tell that right now. Just
She's
by
not
looking at her.
Nurse
actually.
Ratchet.
thought she was evil, too.
That's the plot twist.
Oh, now
she's
she's-
not.
now she's
'cause I
about to
thought
die?
she was going to.
Uh-huh.
No, the brother dies.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go.
He already died. Look, he's on the floor right here. You just,
Spoiler for this.
Oh, yeah.
actually, I was really into
It's
this.
the only way to beat him is to play a game.
Well, no, like they start playing it, so you realize what they do is they're playing, and so like he is responding to what they roll on the board and that kind of stuff. I thought it was actually a really clever video. I really thought it was well done.
Glenn is on the
Unfortunate-
floor dead. That's pretty good.
Wait, I would be really freaked out if I opened a game and my plague piece was part of it. You know?
That would be
Oh,
awesome.
there's,
Like,
a good indie game. There's like a low budget movie in there somewhere.
There
yeah.
is.
Okay, but is the game any good?
I couldn't
No.
figure the
No.
game out.
Oh, the best part was
Like-
when Z showed me the expansion 2.
Oh yeah,
with-
you were out with the trivia one, right?
Yeah, there's one
Is
thing
that
where if
right?
you get into a jam
This is great.
and you have to it's a last minute ditch effort. You have to open a thing and answer a trivia question in 15 seconds. Trivia from the movie. That's like, it becomes like, that's your saving grace is, oh no, he's about to cut me. Trivia. In what scene? It's like, no, okay.
That was the point. I was like, head out. I'm like, okay.
Are you back in this?
No, I was out when in the video she had to like see if she got hit or not, and she moved to the spot and it was like you have to roll a blank, so she had to get another die and roll it. And if it was blank, then she was safe. And I was like, all right, so it's like roll and move, friend. I was like, I don't see much of a game here. And I was like, but
What's
and if there
trivia?
is, show me it. You know, I mean, I made it through the page and still.
Which
Most
is sad.
of what I got from the gameplay was in the video that was 7 minutes long and only showed the game for like a minute.
Right.
So
All right. Let's go look at something more interesting. Pacific Ocean card game. I like the art in this. It has like
I do
almost
too.
a scientific journal style art.
Ish. Like I do like the artwork too. There's something about it. Feels like period piece artwork. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's what I expected Aqua Garden to look like inside the box.
Oh,
Because
okay,
I do
yeah.
feel like, and I like both the box of Aqua Garden and the board. So they're both very good, but it does feel a little disconnected. This is what I expected inside that box.
It's only an 18 card game, and if you buy the expansion, you can play with 3. This is a little weird. It says 1 to 3 players, but you need the expansion for 3, right?
The one thing the problem is, from what little I gathered here, this is very much tussy-mussy.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Tussy Mussy, I don't know.
Tussy-mussy, you offer your opponent 2 cards, one face up, one face down.
Uh-huh.
They take one of the 2. The one they didn't take, you take. There's 18 cards, so there's not a lot of rules. That's tussy-mussy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got as far as that, and then I sort of was done because, good Lord, you can't copy another
But
18-card game and take its one mechanism.
to their defense, this has whales.
To their defense, Tussy Mussy's a good game, so
It's a very
sure,
good
rip
game.
it off, but don't do it in another 18-card game.
No, now you got me all, I don't know.
You know?
Tussy Sharky.
I didn't play Tussy Mussy, so I don't have that. But I really like these games where you're creating your own scoring opportunities, and I think seeing that in an 18-card game with this collection, maybe it is Tussy Mussy. I don't have that point of reference. I think this looks good.
I think it looks good too.
I do too. I like the artwork
worry
on
about
it.
it being kind of the same game, which I don't like the idea
Just a
of
reskin.
taking somebody's game.
Yeah.
What is that green
it's pretty.
symbol? Because it looks like a pair of briefs.
Mm-hmm. Looks like
I'm assuming it's some kind of
Oh, it's a
whale
tail?
tail.
Oh, that's
yeah, I think
being
it's a whale
measured
tail.
with a ruler?
Yeah, a very large
Maybe.
ruler.
Yeah,
Yeah, it still looks like briefs. All right.
it does.
Eldfall Chronicles Northern Wind. Hey, it's been a while since we looked at a giant miniature heavy.
28 years of content.
This just seems
You
to.
will die before you complete our
Does it say
game.
28 years?
No, but it should.
I'm not a fan of some of the art in this game.
It doesn't know what it is.
I'll go further. I'm not a fan of any of the art in this game.
Well, no, I think that looks good.
That's horrible artwork.
But above it looks like anime.
No, that's great. That looks really nice.
But above it looks like anime. It goes from anime to.
It
It
has an
has.
identity crisis.
Yeah.
There's
for
a bit of
sure.
an anime vibe. A lot of the
Yeah.
artwork is anime, but then
Dungeon crawl and skirmish.
And
You
it's
see
definitely
that?
pandering anime, which I always get annoyed at.
yeah, it doesn't feel. I think an identity crisis is the best way to put it. This one feels like these big giant games are doing well. Let's do a big giant game. What are we
Right.
putting? Should we put in
Right.
this or this or this? Yes. You know what I mean? It has that vibe of yeah, let's do it all.
It's like you're sitting in the boardroom, dungeon crawl or skirmish.
These
You guys
people
like,
do not
yes.
have a boardroom, okay? You're come on.
Tom, what's
You're
the other
sitting in
one
the
they did?
basement.
They are.
What?
What's the other one they did? Free
Oh, that's a
Company.
good point. It's probably
find
Eldfall
out.
Chronicles again, I would bet.
Most likely.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Called it.
Oh.
There it is.
I
So
like
is this
that
one
too.
standalone
Oh,
then?
yeah, I
or
played
is
this
it
one.
ex-
No, I'm just kidding. I have not played this one.
This one did not do very well at all. I mean,
want to see
compare
that too.
it made 70,000 euros. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But for a miniature game,
for miniatures, like yeah,
The
having
new
to,
one's doing what?
having to make all those miniatures.
200,
is
I think?
Expensive.
266, it's doing really well.
Yeah.
Well, good. Maybe
They're
those
nice
people that played
minis,
it
though.
liked it then, or maybe they're.
I'm assuming you can get the core box here
This
again,
looks a
right?
lot like Descent. This is one of my least favorite lines in
look at
history.
that.
Hey, it's solo, co-op, PvP, and PvE.
Oh,
Come
man.
on, pick a lane.
Yeah. Jack of all trades.
I don't know. This one, we get yelled at every time we call a game generic. So I'm not going to say this generic game looks generic. But
It looks generic. I'll say it.
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't look. It actually looks like kind of a copy of Descent with those corridors going down them. I'm sure the combat and stuff is different, and it looks like there's templates and stuff. I don't know. If here's the thing, if you make a Kickstarter page, and I think your graphic design is messy on that page, I assume your graphic design in your game is also messy.
Unless they hired a graph. I make the same assumption, so I'm not just counter argument that I guess is maybe hopefully they hired someone for the game and did the page themselves.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm in the same boat where it makes me nervous,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's the one saving thing I can think of, perhaps.
If I see a lot of typos on the
Yeah.
page,
Yeah.
if I see bad graphic ideas or choices on the page, I'm out.
Yeah.
Especially for a big game with a lot of areas for you to mess
yeah.
Right.
and have typos and have bad graphic design.
That's a really good point. Like you're selling me 250 hours of gameplay. Prove to me here that you can proofread,
Yes.
that you can design well, and
Yes.
not just sell me on exaggerated body parts.
Right. Okay. Nobody needs feet that big. Let's
That's
keep going.
absolutely what I was referring
Animal
to.
print dice by Tux and Roll.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to like these so badly, Z.
You don't like these? There's some in here that are fire. These zebra dice, not fire. Keep going. Keep going.
But they camouflage.
Okay, no. Come on.
Okay, I would love this dice if they would just drop the numbers and use the leopard spots as the pips.
Wait.
Oh, mind
Wait,
blown.
How's that possible?
Like the spots, there'd be 20 spots on one side?
Well, I would make
No.
it so that the numbers kind of look like a spot or something. It would look cool.
But then-
Oh, that would
Okay.
look nice.
Would that be too,
Spotty.
I guess, or like just not clear enough to quickly read?
Like I think
There's
these
also
look
the fact
gorgeous,
that-
except the numbers.
Well, there's also the fact that these are like, I don't know how they make these, if they can move in there or not, but you can see that there's a shell. Like
That's
a
what I wondered.
transparent shell around the stuff in the middle.
I bet
Does
it-
it move?
It can't move. If it moved, it would just all be yellow-black eventually.
I do. I like it. I like the fact that you can kind of see that shell and it gives it that dimension.
Do you
look.
like that?
I do like that.
I don't like it. I think it looks cheap to me. The fact that it's like a
Interesting.
plastic. It's again, you like can crack it open and fill it with whatever you're selling me.
If-
I don't like
This is my
that look.
favorite.
That was not bad.
I
I
love
like
that.
that
See
right there.
See,
That
I
was good.
think opposite. I think it looks classy. Like if that outside shell is truly a clear plastic, kind of giving that glass look, which is what these look like.
Yeah.
In person, if it does have that cheap plastic, that's completely different.
Yeah.
But based on these pictures, I do like that. That
like
separate,
these
that double
too.
Not
layer.
bad either. I like
Okay.
I
that.
like that a lot.
This is a rainbow leopard. You
There
know
was
that
one I
we
saw.
call
Oh,
it.
real thing.
My
Yeah,
favorite,
yeah.
I think I haven't seen
From
my
the Keats.
favorite yet. There was one that I thought was really good.
The hot pink leopard?
No.
Why would you do animal just to
What
like
is that?
not?
I know, it's not an animal
Like that doesn't
anymore.
make sense. Also, that's that bubble gum. That 90s bubble gum. What is it? The bubble stripe. The
Oh,
what
bubble
is it?
stripe. I love.
Nobody else
No,
What
was it
is it called?
called?
Stripes? Stripes? Something stripes.
Oh man.
Got paw prints there. That's pretty nice.
That's
like-
better than the numbers, I think.
Yeah, a little bit
Where was
better.
the one I guess we passed it. It was greenish, I want to say, the one I really liked.
Green.
I'll go back.
So
It was
Fruit
like-
stripes.
It was
That's
like a
what it is.
two-tone thing, maybe?
So like not a real
This?
animal.
No, I guess they're all two tones.
It is fruit stripes.
Fruit stripes.
Yep.
Thank you, Mike. Fruit. Didn't it look like?
Okay,
and Mike.
see, Mike was
Oh,
around
Mike
in
and
the
Michael,
90s.
both of them.
All right,
Fruit stripes.
Crystallo
So good.
expansions. Untold
you-
Fortune and Den of Dragons. So
Have you played Crystallo?
I have played Crystallo, which is an odd thing because I'm not a solo gamer normally, but it's a little solo puzzle game, and I really enjoyed it. About removing gems from cards. It looks like
It's like a card layering game, right? Where you have to cover a certain.
Yeah, and it's
symbols
kind of
and
like
stuff,
a little success story because Liberty just.
That's what I was gonna say. Go ahead. No,
Oh,
no,
you
no.
are?
I'm backing up. I'm glad you're saying this. Go ahead. I think it's a really cool story.
Yeah, she made this game and she published it on her own at first, I think. Then a company did it, and a lot of balls got dropped. I know that.
Yeah.
And then it came out. I like it. I think she put together a cool little game here. I'm not very good at it, but if you want more of it, or if you just want the game for the first time you get here and the stuff, go ahead. You probably know more than I do. Have you played it?
I've actually not played it. No, I haven't been able to get my hands on a copy. But
Then never mind.
But I
So-
like it. But no, it actually started as like a print and play competition, right? And then it got picked up, and then like you said, a lot of ball drops. So it's like a long story. So I'm really excited to see this expansion coming out, giving a little bit more refreshing, but also getting it a little more accessible too. So I think this is really, really exciting.
All right, check out Crystallo.
Yeah. I like the artwork on it.
Speaking of
Really
good
great.
artwork, Tales of Evil final chapter.
Never even heard of the first chapters. Have
Okay.
you guys?
No, I was
waiting to the end.
I was wondering if you all have played this at all, because it's like the third in the series, and I thought it looked pretty interesting, but I haven't heard anything about the other two. So, and that was the biggest disappointment with the page itself, is it's definitely geared towards if you know, like, you want this. I'm like, no, I'm really interested, but I know nothing about it, and I can't find anything about it on the page either.
Yeah.
This is not a great page. That cover there, okay, so I think they're a married couple. He just got caught doing something he shouldn't do, and she's mad, and he's giving that half, because I think he's supposed to look scary there, but
about
he
to
looks
kiss.
like he's going, I'm sorry, come on, I love you. And
He
she's
looks
like,
kind of gray,
no.
though. Doesn't he look like he looks? Like he had a really bad night of drinking or something.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like,
And he came home and she's like, "Where have you been, Stuart?" And he's like, sometimes
Just like that. Just like that.
let's get them big teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that definitely drew me in. I kept looking and looking and looking and want more information and just could never find it. Like, competitive?
That's
Not,
interesting.
I don't know, cooperative, like, I just really couldn't
dark
get much
boxes.
out of it. And I'm like, I want more. So
I
this
couldn't
was my
figure it.
most frustrating project, where I was like, I want more, tell me more.
Frustrating project of the week.
I want more information, I want to play this. It looks so much of like my kind of game.
That's how I am too. I wanted to like it. I read their whole like synopsis of what's going on. There have been several Game Found things that just kind of, it's like when you come there, it's like you need to know more about this before you get here.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like-
not a
And that's what
fan
it
of
felt
that.
like.
I don't like that. I want to like this game.
yeah, because if this is your first time, sell me on it.
right. That, and they're not doing that. They're like,
it-
oh, you're back.
It actually had the
No, no, we're
opposite
here.
effect on me. It was like, oh, okay, so I need to go find the other ones and play them first. Because I also don't know. I'm assuming that this is standalone, because it doesn't talk about being an expansion.
Right.
But are there call-outs to the other games? Because it does say it wraps up the trilogy. So actually, this page had the opposite effect. It's like, all right, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to seek out the other one first, and then figure out later with this.
Yeah.
All right.
They do better covers now. That first cover.
No, their covers are pretty bad across the board.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Serialized stickers for trading cards. I was amused by this, so I stuck it in.
I thought this was amazing. I'm like,
can't believe
hold
that.
up.
Okay, so if you buy some collectible card games, most recently the Lord of the Rings one, they come with serialized numbers on them. Actually, Kickstarter games are doing this now. They're like, you own box 3,724. I'm like, who cares? But for Magic cards, it's a big deal sometimes to own a serial card. You're poor. You can't afford to buy these expensive cards. But you could just put these serial numbers on the
what it is?
sleeve of your commander deck. They gave you enough for your 100 commander deck.
Yes.
So you could pretend. And 152 people thought this was cool. And I gotta be honest, if I saw this for $5 at a store, I'd buy it.
It's so ridiculous. What am I supposed to do with this?
You're supposed to
They're
serialize your cards.
specifically saying for your commander deck. They specifically say that. Why? Am I supposed to number them so I know I have 100? Am I supposed to number them so that I can check which card is missing?
No, it says to make your deck look fancy. It even says that at the title up there.
Oh, jeez. This is horrible.
To make your deck look
I-
fancy.
I don't know.
Fancy.
Deck
People,
fancy
people
right
are
there.
buying it.
That's
I don't get
hilarious.
it at all. This is so
Oh.
ridiculous.
Wow.
I had no idea what it was about. I didn't know all
I
that
didn't
about
either.
the cereal. I looked through. I thought I didn't know the labeling system.
Oh,
I
we got one
understand
on your back right now. It says
Dude.
1 out of 60. You're the first one.
Yes.
All right,
Original.
Gem Hunt. A retro, great, adventure board game.
8-bit artwork? No.
This is, it looks like a couple putting this together. I wasn't going to put this in at first, but the board drew me in a little bit. I thought, it looks...
Huh,
It looked to be more of a game than I originally
Yeah,
thought. When I saw
right.
Gem Hunt, I was like, haven't
Yeah.
we seen this a million
I
times?
thought so,
it's like
too.
every other yellow game and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, this is actually a bigger game than I originally thought looking into
I think
it.
the name's
of
going to hurt
board.
them. 'Cause
I think so.
I almost just passed right by it.
Yeah. Because it definitely seems like a little small box, but no, I definitely think there is more to it.
This looks like a game I would have loved as a kid. It looks like a game that one of my friends would have designed on the street almost. Like, oh, look, I mean, an open world game. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. There's 100 cards. And
Do they have numbers 1 through 100?
It does kind of have that feeling like, oh, is Restoration going to pick it up for an updated copy or something like that? Like,
That is not a good, that's not a compliment. If your brand new game looks to people like it's due for a restoration upgrade or
you're
update.
making
hey,
me
somebody
feel
has
bad.
to be the before
No, it's
picture
true.
in those diet ads. Right?
They do.
That being said, I mean, the gameplay looks interesting. Like I said, it kept surprising me. Like
Yeah.
the different quests that you're doing and kind of the open world feel to it. The more I looked at it, the more I was intrigued. I just definitely think it needs another set of eyes on it.
TLC.
Yeah.
Cursed Manor. Now, this is an
I don't
escape
think I
game.
saw this. Oh, yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So from what I can tell, this is a print and play escape room that's actually from an escape room group of people.
Yeah, they've done a few
Yeah.
other ones. If you go down, you'll see some of their previous ones that we've talked about. The Indiana Jones ripoff one. And
Yeah. It's not called that, I don't think. I think it's got a different name.
You know,
I bet you'll know what it is. But
A Secret of El Dorado.
my biggest concern with this is it's going to be app supported, and if you look at the funding goal, I'm like, is that enough to develop the app enough to support this escape room?
Oh, I can answer that question.
Yeah, and I'm
No,
like,
no.
that's right. It's like, I mean, it's not making much for the technology I think it needs to be a smooth, positive experience. $1,500.
just worry about this being
You
not
know.
just an escape room, it's also tech. It's an escape room that you need tech to play. I'm worried about
Right.
tech. At €3 here a pop,
Right.
you're going to develop an app for this?
So what are their other ones? Were they app supported? I didn't look into that.
No, I don't know.
Because they have 4, right?
Yeah, they have one called the Legally Distinct Indiana Jones
Yeah, that
Escape
one.
Room.
It just says print and play. It doesn't say
Oh,
happy
hey,
to
no, we talked about that one, right? Because
Yeah.
El
Yes.
Dorado was 2 words. I forgot about that till just, it's like really recent.
Space Trap, and yeah, it looks like the other ones don't
Cold
need them.
case.
So that means that they're starting with from scratch with an app with $1,600 budget.
All right, I'm very excited about the next project.
Oh,
Mystery of the
yes.
Abbey. So Mystery of the Abbey is the game that for many people, put Days of Wonder on the map.
Yes.
It was a reprint of an older game from Bruno Fiduci and Serge Leggett that had been print and play, I think, actually, way back in the day.
I don't know the original one.
But
yet.
they made it, and it was gorgeous. Now, of course, this is always a fool's game to try to reprint one of those, but companies keep trying.
Yes.
And Mojito Studios keeps trying. And Z said they get one more chance from him, I believe is what you said.
I did?
That's
That's
all I
it.
remember.
That's it. It's from Miami, Florida, too. Saw that.
They're
Ooh.
from here, yeah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah,
that does look
Mystery of the
nice.
Abbey is an interesting Clue-like game with a little silliness, a little more silly because it's Fiduti. It did have one really interesting twist back many years ago in which the way in which you gathered information was very free form. If you encountered somebody else on the board as you moved about, you could ask them any question you wanted to. It doesn't have to be like,
Pertaining to the game.
technically, yeah, it doesn't have to
Do
be.
you like
yeah.
me? Yes or no?
Check a box.
No, you
Section
can ask
true
them, like, how
colors.
many of this kind of thing have you seen? Do you have this one card? Have you
Oh.
seen whatever? Like, you can
As
literally
big
ask
or
them
small.
anything you want.
But
okay?
whatever you asked, everyone
they
else could
ask-
hear.
Yeah, it's open, okay? And so you ask them anything they want. If they don't want to answer, you'll put a finger to their lips. Shut up. And they
Which
Take a
don't
vow of
answer.
silence. That's what it's called.
Take a vow of silence. If they do answer you, you get to ask a question, they get to ask a question back, and you have to answer it.
Right. You can't take a vow of silence on the return one.
And everyone else hears the question and the
Yes.
answer.
Yes.
So there's one monk who's a murderer. This is loosely based on In the Name
Or
of
the
the
Security
Rose.
number.
in the name of the rose.
In the
yeah,
Name of
that's
the
right.
Rose, a murder mystery. And monks are either, they're like one of 3 different orders. They have a beard or don't. They're fat or thin. They're different.
So it's Guess Who, Clue.
Like a Franciscan or
True
a whatever.
colors.
It's a much better clue. And it has nothing to do with true colors. It's a much better clue.
You can ask anything.
It's just that Bruno Fiduti throws in some cards that, like, even has one like sing a song. Like, you can ignore that. But there's some weird stuff in there.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot. I'm not sure I like this remake's look.
Really?
Have you seen the original?
No.
I haven't seen the original, but I like the look of it.
I like the
thought
look
it
of
was
it. So
charming.
now I'm curious about the original then.
No, it looks fine, Tom. My problem is Mojito Games just keeps missing on their productions. They did Cleopatra and Society of Architects. Incredibly lavish production in some parts. And then the card quality was trash. I'm like, you need cards.
Also,
Like,
you needed
yeah.
magnets to put that thing together. It didn't work.
Like this whole thing is
Wow.
like they're all about how good does the page look and how good will it look set up somewhere. The playability of
okay.
these things seems to come second with these guys. I'm sorry, but that's what happened with Cleopatra. Then they did Lost Code.
Oh.
And they had some serious production issues with that. I mean, I saw a copy of that thing at Essen. and I, a month ago, got my backed copy. It's crazy. Like, they are all over the map with their production.
Oh, they are a Society of Architects?
Yeah, so I'm like, at this point...
I like that game.
At this point, I'm definitely in the done backing. I'll just wait and see what it looks like when it comes out camp.
So you haven't given up on them. You've just given up on front-ending.
Yeah, I'm not
But you like
funding their dreams anymore. I'm just like, okay, well, your dreams keep becoming nightmares for me, so no.
But you liked I liked Lost Code. I like Society of Architect.
Yeah.
But
the games were good.
They
didn't design
But
the
the games are already in existence. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
So the remakes usually...
I already
okay.
have Days of Wonder copy of this. Do I need the new one? Now, a lot of people don't, so I get that. I'm glad these games are coming back in print.
Yes.
Rome and Conquer, boring.
This one doesn't
Next.
even make any...
Oh, sorry.
They don't even make any sense anymore. Like, it was like, you know...
Roman roll.
Roam and roll, like, you know, roll and spite. Like, they tried at least. What is Roam and Conquer supposed to be? What's the pun there?
First you roam around,
Then you conquer.
That'd be
and you conquer.
Who would back this?
Yeah, I don't get this, Joey. I'm sorry.
You did?
You said you backed it.
I
and then-
didn't say that. I did back it.
Look at this cover, too. The guy's like, that
$4.
building over there, that's where I saw the one-armed man.
Joey, what pulled you in for this? I really am curious.
I can play it also on my tablet or computer.
Like every
Will
other
you?
one they've said
No.
before. That's not new.
No, I don't
Kids,
know.
don't be like him.
I don't know.
I'm genuinely
It's-
curious. Like,
All right. I read through it, and it seems very simple, and I do like the idea of, I mean, it's looks like a good solo game. I don't know how
he has no idea.
it's going to go.
He's totally
You roll
making
the
stuff
4
up
die,
right
you
now.
move around. It really looks like the Dots game, to be honest. It looks like a Roman
Why would
style.
I want that?
I don't know. It fascinated me that it exists.
The more
and
he
for
talks,
$4,
the less I
I'm
think
like,
he knows the answer.
maybe I'll try it.
Hey, the money's going down. You said start talking.
Oh, yeah. I find it funny how so many of these print plays now can be played on an app.
I like that a lot.
Oh,
time
I
I
think
had
that's
that.
fantastic.
Yeah, I've never done that.
anyone
I don't
ever
know
did
how
it.
the reality of it is, but
I'd rather just have it.
$4.
Here's the thing, though. I'd rather it be an app.
I
than
would
be
too.
A sheet on an app. I don't know why.
I
See, I don't know what
because I do
system they
think
use.
If they do give you one like the PDF that you can use on a tablet, then I think it'd be easier to play virtually with 45 people or whatever, because you all have
Right.
it and you're all tracking it, that kind of stuff. If you are going back
I
to
just
doing
don't
in
know
Zoom
that
and
will
that kind of
ever
stuff.
happen. That sounds like a pipe dream.
No, I have friends. I said 45. I wouldn't play that many. No,
I have friends.
I do not have 45 people I like. Let me be very clear. No.
Oh, we know.
Oh, did you say 45 or 4 to 5?
I said, yeah, right. They're both true. No, but I definitely have friends like back up in Baltimore and one that's in Colorado now, you know, that we'll get together and play this kind of stuff. Yeah, we do play virtually still. So I think that is a good implementation where I wouldn't want an app for it. I would want a digital version that's not an app to play.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
enough talk about that. Let's go to This one is kind of surprising to me because Meladius does some pretty good stuff.
They do.
It feels like a different company made this one.
What? I didn't know the
They
company.
do a lot of historical
Ideas,
stuff.
I think, is their name.
Yeah, they've done a
don't
lot
know
of games
them.
that aren't on Kickstarter. Let's look at the ones that they have done. They've done, well, this one before, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
The Mini Express game.
Oh, that one.
There's Jiangnan
Oh, I've
Rail Coins.
seen that
Oh.
box, that's all.
This Mini Express, the train one. And they've done a whole lot more beyond that.
Yeah, most of their
There's
games
a
are
lot
not
of board games.
crowd-funded, yeah.
Okay.
They're like a
Okay.
small Taiwanese company, but they've been at Gen Con, at Essen. I'm always interested in what they have. They had a little orchestra one time I liked.
Yes, yeah. No, they're cool. I like them as a company.
They had me out at the Avatar look to the beginning, but then I like the dice manipulation. Looking at the gameplay, I was actually like, well, it looks interesting, you know?
It's weird
This game
They're
doesn't
crowd-
look like that picture.
they're crowdfunding
No.
two different games here, though, with the same
That's where I
setting.
That's
or
where I was
something.
Well,
because
even
I was
the same look. I mean, if they're both on the shelving or whatever, I don't know if I would know which one I'm grabbing. based on the look,
Yeah.
and that's kind
No,
of what bothered
watching that
me.
video, then seeing the gameplay. Video, I was like, I'm out. And the gameplay, I'm like, well, this has nothing to do with that video. It was just move the meeples,
interesting.
manipulate dice. The artwork's nice on the cards. It looks great.
Yeah,
But-
one of the two is about cards, sort of playing cards or tucking away cards,
Right.
so you don't have to suffer their penalty, something. It sounds interesting-esque. I think I wanted to like it more than I liked it. The other one is like a straight-up abstract game.
Yes.
Like, what?
That one,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know about that
crazy,
one.
like-
That one didn't.
Yeah, this was a
Grab
weird
me.
project.
Yeah, I don't know why we're buffering, folks. Sorry for those who are watching.
It's been a while. I don't know if you've seen it. It's been going through the whole stream.
We'll just move slower.
We're on the wrong internet. Can we switch?
I don't think we can switch without
Let's try it.
connecting.
We might be back in a bit, folks.
Ooh, here we go.
I blame how shiny Joey is. I think it's legit.
Very shiny.
You
That
are super
thing is
shiny.
Right in my face.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it.
it's weird.
I know.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Should I go adjust it?
Absolutely.
Sure, nobody.
No one will
Very
comment on
shiny.
it. You'll be fine.
I think something might be wrong with Upload Central.
Is that why we're?
Comcast! All right.
Mike
let's move
looks
on.
good to Mike. So
Coloma.
Shiny Joey.
Coloma, new prospects. So Coloma, very popular game that Final Frontier did. That was when it came out. It was kind of like, whoa, this game's actually good. After they had some pretty big duds,
Okay.
they really
Yeah.
did. They quoted me
100%
that was nice of
they
them.
quoted you.
About
yeah.
Richard Garfield or the game?
about the game.
Oh.
I like this one. One of the things I like the most, and it's really dumb,
It's a lot.
is that wheel in the middle is magnetic.
the central mechanism.
Yeah, so when you move it, it just snaps into place.
That's pretty cool.
I just enjoy that. It's
Okay, that's the only thing I've ever heard anyone say about this game.
No,
Like I know
it's
nothing
dumb.
else about this.
There's more than that. You're building a town in front of you, and then you can like run your town. So it's kind of like running an engine builder,
Is it a little bit like
Oh,
Furnace?
interesting.
a little bit, but
That's
there's
enough for me. Done. I'm in. This is one of those games I've been wanting to play. It looks cool. I like westerns.
You like the theme.
Johnny Pack. I like
didn't know
some
it
of
was
the
Johnny
stuff.
Pack.
Huh?
I didn't know it was Johnny Pack.
Now you do.
Wow.
I like his stuff sometimes. I think he sometimes over mechanizes things.
Catch-a-palooza. We can do this for one of
I
those.
would like that a lot.
But
So anyway,
everyone's
there I
wearing a cowboy hat.
am. And I
Maybe-
backed
maybe
this
Zeke-
$4 project, and then I thought, why am I backing this, you know? And so I unbacked it. You can do that now before they charge the credit card. And then I ate a sandwich. It was good.
A $3
Garlic
sandwich.
bologna's the best. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got it.
For those of you that's buffering for you, it's a good thing. I have no
Yeah.
idea what's happening here.
Huh?
Garlic bologna.
Garlic bologna.
That's all I gotta know.
Does anybody know why it's pronounced bologna?
Because
I
Bologna
said
sounds
Bologna.
stupid.
No, you don't.
Sometimes. But
Anyway.
it's a heap of Bologna that just came out of
Do you
your
want to
mouth.
catch
a
a
good
palooza
one.
this one?
I'm looking forward to this, although
No?
Fried bologna.
although I thought the game itself is pretty solid. There's a lot going on, so I'm not as excited about an expansion. I'm sure Delicio's, losing his mind.
Probably defecating himself right
That's
now.
why he's not in chat. He's on a
wiping.
break. He needed to take a personal moment.
Good grief. Moving on.
Bologna.
Wacky Puppies. Strategic card game with dog puns.
Stupid. Joey.
I like this. The perfect gift does exist. What?
This looks like a bunch of crap.
We're back to that?
Good grief. Get a different topic, Garcia.
Okay. This looks like a snot-filled rocket.
Oh, is this the one? I got confused. Is this the one that looks like Exploding Kittens?
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Like,
Is it
like even when
straight
they
up?
show like the 4 fake guys around the
Yeah.
table, I put it side by side, and it is that picture
And he's
from
like,
the
hey, look,
Exploding
look at
Kittens.
this. I was like, oh, those are different games. Like straight up. Like
I am
same.
confused.
Oh.
Is this a different artist who is able to mimic that style very, very well, or is it the same guy?
This is not the same guy. I don't think so.
They really have a good grasp on those onion and biscuit or whatever that's called. What is it? What's that strip called?
I can't even say it. You blow it out of my mind. I called the onion and a biscuit. It's
Something.
the oatmeal.
Yeah,
Oatmeal.
whatever. Okay, the oatmeal. You know what I meant.
This is Exploding Kittens and that Duke of Nukes or whatever. It's like both of those. Like
Here's the thing: if it was the same artist, they would be yelling that, right? They would say from the artist of the oatmeal.
Yes, it's awful. I mean, it looks tremendously bad.
Okay,
and that's actually quoted on here.
Tanares Adventures. This is the most of the Kickstarter projects. This is the biggest one this week. This is another big miniatures one, although this one looks a little bit more put together. This also definitely looks like it leans closer to an RPG.
Go back up. How many hours? 160 plus hours.
Actually, I'm impressed that it's fully narrated by Foreteller. That's a lot of work if that's true.
Yeah.
That is. That really is.
Well, I don't mind a 160-hour game. It needs to be really good for me and want to play it that long. I'm a little concerned the artwork's I know he says a lot, it's a little generic.
A little generic.
Welcome back, Mike.
It is back and forth between RPG and dungeon crawl and campaign, and it's... People seem to love it, though, that have it.
This is definitely, I mean, with these, Joey, we were talking about this a little bit. With these, I'm just as excited about these epic dungeon crawlers ever happen. That's very much my style of game. But at this point, I'm so hesitant to kickstart one. I'm like, let me see the game and try it, because there are so many of them. So my excitement isn't any less, but just my ability to keep up with the backing. But if I ran into this at Gen Con or something like that, I would absolutely sit down and try it.
Wait a minute, are these the same people? Let me look here.
The same people, yeah.
Is this Arena? It is Arena.
Yes. Arena of the Conquest or whatever?
Got it. Is it a different game or
Yes,
do they combine?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Here's one thing I don't understand, and this is wild to me. How many companies are going to use the font that Gloomhaven uses and just like be cool with it?
Like a 6 books, 2 sheets?
Yeah,
right there?
that is clearly the Gloomhaven font.
It is, yeah.
Right? I've seen several big games use the Gloomhaven font. Is that becoming synonymous with big campaign?
I think
Kind of
it's
like
like
those,
Every single one, it seems like.
It's kind of like those games that are Egyptian have that one font. You can think
Right.
of it. Or the Viking ones. They have that one font. You can think of it. This is now like the giant game font.
I think it's more like
it is.
that dungeon crawler one. It doesn't bother me because I already have that kind of, like you said, synonymous at this point. So it's like, oh, okay, it fits the setting. You know what I mean? But again, that kind of gets back into that little bit of generic setting.
Generic.
It's the Gloomhaven font has become kind of
I like
that
how the
generic
cards look,
dungeon crawler font.
Maybe I'll get the standee version.
Do it. Or you could get the super full box.
Zero box full.
Sorry.
Super box.
$489.
Come on.
Again,
Look, you're only paying like $3 per hour.
Add $25
But I
for
mean,
the
again,
narration.
for something
though.
that like for that, I don't think that's unrealistic if I can have a chance to play it first and know what I'm getting.
Yes.
It's just this is not a Kickstarter game to me.
Oh
kind of thing.
my.
I like the drawers thing there.
You like Foundations of Rome? Let's do it twice.
Wow. Yeah, is that 2 boxes of
It
Sons of
is.
Foundations of
Yeah.
Rome?
Look at lots of
Yeah.
Wow.
That would look pretty cool.
Oh,
Italics,
whoa,
though.
there's
Side by
more.
side, cube by cube, that would look pretty
If you're
cool.
watching this from the year
I like it.
2040,
Let us know.
let us know what it's like to live in board game boxes, because I can only see the size increase annually is getting
Yeah.
mind-blowingly out of hand.
yeah.
Let's go play Castle Panic, kids.
Yeah, still smaller than Castle Panic, by the way, though.
All right.
That is true.
Biggest project of the week,
Yeah,
not
it's
on
crazy.
Kickstarter, but on BackerKit, is the Gloomhaven Grand Festival.
Oh man, they got their font from.
And that's a Tanares font.
Okay, so I am actually pretty shocked at this because it's made $3.5 million, which by no means is a small number. It's
No.
huge. Frosthaven, though, made $13 million, and we were talking about this before it launched. I was like, I think it'll make 20. And I'm way off on that.
I don't think people have had a chance to play it, though. I mean, who's looking for a second edition of Gloomhaven or any of these things when they're barely cracking open Frosthaven at this point? So that's me.
Right.
I understand that they're separate games and everything, but if I had loved Gloomhaven and then I got Frosthaven and I'm cracking into that right now, and I don't know, I'll be generous, say 25 hours into it, I'm not looking for a Gloomhaven again. I'm not ready for that.
Yes, but This is also, they're calling it the Gloomhaven Grand Festival, which is their way of saying we threw in the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are 4 parts of this project. So we have, and I'm going to do them in the order they're written here. This is the reverse order they announced them. Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. This is a redone version of a game called Gloomholden. That was Isaac Childers gave the guy permission to do it, and he made like a little card game of Gloomhaven, something we all begged for. Like, man, I wish I could play Gloomhaven on my airplane
On my
tray.
normal table. Oh.
I'm not interested in that at all, actually, especially when I saw how much text is on the cards. A lot. But that's a small thing that you can get here.
Okay.
Then Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. This was met with mixed reactions because people are like, well, what's wrong with my Gloomhaven 1st Edition?
It's old, okay?
I don't think there's anything wrong with making a 2nd edition.
Yeah.
I just think some people would probably want Gloomhaven 2.
Yeah.
That's Frosthaven.
Well,
That's true.
that's
But
what I'm
it
saying,
is-
though, something new, because when they tell you about the content in here, they'll be like, they listed all the content. They said there's a bunch of new stuff,
Yes.
and then this is the same. Then this is updated, and this is the same. So I would say it looks like there's about 20% new content.
But it's all been
Which-
touched at to one degree or another, it sounds like.
But if I own Gloomhaven, am I going to back it?
That's what I say, which means it misses everybody. You know what I mean? Unless
Doesn't
they've
miss me.
never played Gloomhaven, then right there. But that's such a small, because the people that have it are the ones that are getting into this and looking into this. It's not enough to bring them into it or to warrant a new one.
That's what Buttons
see,
and Bugs
Or
is
if they
for.
have one, or if they
That's
had the first edition, haven't even played it yet.
That's a good point. Where
Why?
is your market? Is your market people who've never played Gloomhaven? Or the ones that have played it and finished it, is there enough for them to go back? Or the people that have it and have never played it, are they going to then put this aside and grab this one?
Who has games that they haven't played?
Surely you just, good man. Anyhow.
I'll tell you what, I am vaguely tempted by Gloomhaven 2nd Edition.
Really?
I barely played Gloomhaven. By
agree,
barely,
yeah.
I mean I played once with Tom,
Yep.
and it was like nothing. I mean, it was like a little 45-minute teaser.
You
of
to find a
thing.
new party. Got it. Right?
Oh, we died so fast. I'm not
So it's
blaming
like-
anyone at the table in particular, but
Well, Gloomhaven, the first one, is famously doesn't have a great starting scenario. That's one of the many things I'm sure they changed, right? I mean, that's one of those things.
it was really hard. And
Yeah.
you're right, it's not a very great opening scenario.
My point being, I've never played, for all intents and purposes, Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
So 2nd edition, when I don't own the first, they've worked out tons of kinks over years now of experience and feedback. I think I'm the audience. I just not sure if I'm going to get Gloomhaven 2nd edition to the table. That's
Right.
the problem. You know what I mean?
Right. I think I don't have Gloomhaven, and I have, for me, Gloomhaven Jaws the Lion scratches that itch enough that I have no interest in this.
And then on
I'm
top
like,
of
I'm
that,
good, though.
I'm not an app or game guy online, but then as far as the Gloomhaven app, without having to bring all that stuff out, take an hour
There's
and a half
an
to do
app?
it. There's
Yeah.
This
The one on
crap is
Steam.
out.
All right, well, moving on here.
What about, I'm going to wait for Smog.
There's 2 more parts in this.
That's coming
There's the
out.
role-playing game. Now, I'm actually very curious about this role-playing game because I just
Yeah.
like to see, Isaac's a brilliant designer. I like to see what he's done with it.
Yes.
I just think the Venn diagram of people who want to play board games and want to play RPGs is not as big. We often do not see, I mean, a big breakout. I know didn't they do Root the RPG recently, or they did one of these big games, an RPG of, and how many board gamers do you know who are like, oh yeah, I play that? I think RPG people are interested in it.
Yes. I think they're very adjacent hobbies for sure, but that Venn diagram crossover is smaller than we think.
RPG people are hard to get to jump from their favorite RPG too. Are they going to leave 5e and come to this? They're going to leave wherever they are to come to this?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's difficult. You have to love the IP first.
Yeah.
And then finally, miniatures. And again, I think miniatures is a mixed bag because, yes, that's awesome. There's a gazillion miniatures. Also, I already struggle to set up Frosthaven and Gloomhaven. I mean, they're
Right.
already big, massive games. So, and that's not very cheap to get all that stuff. So,
I did see Genway up there was mentioning one thing which I think is interesting, and it's the idea of if there's a Gloomhaven 2nd edition, will there be a Frosthaven 2nd edition?
Or second
And
edition.
should I pump the brakes then on possibly getting Frosthaven?
That's a good
Yeah.
point
You know
too.
what I mean?
And he also
Yeah.
says up there, second edition, Jaws the Lion. That was the next comment. It's like which I would be interested in that if it is more content for it, but again, it's in a smaller, manageable process or product. To be fair, though, Gloomhaven I think is older than I realized. You know, like in my mind, it's like just a couple years old. No, it is 7 years old at this
Is it
point?
that old?
Something like that. It was
Mega
2000.
old.
It's like so. It's like it's not that off base to think it's not a fresh second edition, but I think it feels like that because there has been so much additional adjacent content. Jaws the
That's my
Lion,
pick of the week.
Frosthaven.
It is. I mean, I think Roy brought up the fact that those minis are like 50 cents a piece if you do get them. That's not bad if you just want the minis.
Right.
But you're gonna get them in a year and a half, I think, or
How
whatever.
old was it, Tom?
It's 2017.
6 years.
6 years. Wow.
Okay.
So their big pledges are here. They have a little bit of everyone, and again, I don't want to be like overly critical on this game. It's $3 million it's
Yeah,
making.
yeah.
That is a
That's all
lot
right.
of money.
Yeah, it is.
For me coming in, the Gloomhaven second edition, like I've already have the first, and I already have the app. I don't know. I would hesitate on that. The beds and bed knobs and broomsticks. I don't care about that one.
there you go.
I would buy that one.
I'm actually most interested in the RPG. Actually,
Yeah.
I also think the miniatures aren't coming out till late 2024, if I remember reading that somewhere.
Oof.
So do you get the RPG without the minis for a while? Because I don't like that. I think that's a bad idea, actually.
Well, you can play any RPG without minis. What are you talking about?
I think
I
most,
know, but then don't. I'm just saying, by the time I get the minis, if I back all this, I get the RPG, I play the RPG a bunch, and then I get the minis, I'm like, why'd I back this?
Yeah.
I've been playing these with my own miniatures from D&D or whatever for months, maybe years.
Oh yeah, I guess I should mention you can buy Frosthaven in this too.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
Jacob
I'm all
mentioned
in.
the chat there that I guess the second printing will have like fixed some of the printing errors that were in the first edition of Frosthaven.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Of
Okay, so
Frosthaven or Gloomhaven?
Frosthaven.
so it shows you the
I was saying
campaign.
that.
So if you back it now, you'll get Frosthaven almost in September or so, and buttons and bugs. They're going to get that flipped around, and they're going to fulfill that in November.
When would I get Gloomhaven second edition?
Gloomhaven second edition looks like it'll be shipped in March of next year.
2024, okay.
So Jacob says the Frosthaven Spiral book is an add-on. When would you get that? Because if you had gotten the Frosthaven but didn't want the tiles and you wanted the Spiral book, when would you be able to get that?
I love those spiral books. I will tell you, I
That's
like
the
that.
thing.
Did they? Oh, I'm out of this. Did they actually add those?
A spiral book? Because that right there makes me like, wait a second.
Yeah, I'm in for the spiral books.
Yeah,
But
that's...
because that was like kind of a big point of contention is the second edition, they kept the maps and enough people were like, no, we want the Spiral book. And I think that they changed it and said it's going
All right,
to be.
let me hunt that
He's
down.
specifically talking about Frosthaven having the Spiral book. I didn't see the
Let's look at the
resolution
add-ons. Okay.
if Gloomhaven has one.
$15. That's reasonable. Very
That's
easy
not
and
bad.
cheap. $130. That's pretty good price for everything that comes
That's
in that box.
really good price.
The removable stickers. You're never going to play it twice. What a waste of your time. Solo scenarios. Fine. Like you can't solo the game anyway. But all right.
Class upgrade pack.
So this is if you have Gloomhaven already. I will say that's a pretty good chunk of change for an upgrade pack.
I'm telling you, you could almost back the whole new one.
Right. 75, 130. It's not that big of a.
I mean, it's almost twice, but still, if you go in for a penny, in for a pound.
Then Gloomhaven, the folded space foam organizer. You can see our reviews of those. Camilla reviewed them for Frosthaven.
Yep.
Then the folded space map tile archive, which is amazing.
That is so good.
What is that?
It's just a file folder for the maps, and it organizes them, so it
Oh,
keeps them like
really?
so you know, like, oh, I need such and such. You go, oh, boom, there it is. It's just
Really?
a file folder, yeah.
For Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, or just
Nerds.
for Gloomhaven?
I did the one for Frosthaven.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Oh, I didn't even know these are out. He's been the Frosthaven play surface books. I want this.
Oh, that is nice.
But did they end up doing it for Gloomhaven? That was my question. Did they go back and do it for Gloomhaven second edition?
I don't think.
Because I know there was
so.
some contention with that, and people are like, "Are you serious? Why are you
No,
doing
that's the
this?"
one
Like,
thing I think might have pushed me over the edge if it came
It's
with
like-
the book instead of
Yeah.
the tiles.
right. And that's what a lot of people were saying is,
Okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 20, 29 different things you can add on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I mean, if nothing else, it's overwhelming. Just if somebody doesn't, okay, you know what? Fine, I'm going to break into Gloomhaven. This page does not help you like start, like know where to go.
I want these Placeers books. I mean, they make the game so much easier to set up.
They really do.
Yeah.
They're huge. That's my main thing at Jaws of the Lion.
I would say
Kicks
that's
them around
why
the
that
block.
keeps me out
Yes.
of Gloomhaven. Is I'm good with Jaws the Lion,
All right, well, let me look at this RPG stuff here.
Go ahead.
I like this.
but no spiral book for the Gloomhaven Gloomhaven second edition, right?
I guess
I didn't
not.
see it.
I didn't see it either. So just making sure.
Unless
it's
you're
like,
saving that to announce it the next week.
And the last week?
That's a bad idea,
But then I have to
man. A lot
follow
of
it.
people would, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow it just to find out. Like you've already told me no. Okay, cool. I've made my I'm not sitting here hoping and complaining
I'm
and in
definitely
for a
gonna check out
dollar.
the
Like I don't play
RPG.
that game.
You
All right,
don't
that's a
play
lot of talk
Gloomhaven?
about Gloomhaven.
No, I don't play that game of like sitting on, holding on, the FOMO. Hey, maybe they'll release it and do it. And like,
don't know
no,
that
either
game.
offer it when I'm looking at your page or don't. I'm already moving on.
Anyway, that's a lot of stuff. Gloomhaven. And this is doing very well.
Yeah.
And if you want to get in Gloomhaven, you can buy both Gloomhaven and Frosthaven here. So that's
Yeah,
that.
that
And you'll
is
get
nice.
Frosthaven pretty quickly. Do be warned, though, the miniatures, it said, start shipping January 25. That is a
Wow.
long time before you're going to get those minis. And that's that's on their timeline, hoping there's no delays or anything.
I will say
Right.
I am surprised, and maybe they did it for just licensing purposes and commercial licenses, but I'm surprised they don't offer the STLs because I know a lot of RPGers do design and print their own miniatures for their games. So I am
$4.
surprised for the RPG that that's not an option.
Got to be honest, I'm still thinking this
Yeah.
STL thing is a myth, but we'll see.
STLs.
$4.
Keep telling us pronounce still.
All right, that's all of our games that we're looking at today.
Is it?
Let's take a look at some non-game stuff, but first, let's talk with Mark.
Street!
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower Preview Recap. I'm Mark, and once again I'm here with Alita. We have just a couple games to show you, so let's get to it. And first up we have Adventure Party. Now this is a D&D party game. Yes, you're going to be engaging with a narrative story, trying to perhaps go after a dragon or whatever it calls for, but every player has their own character board, and so forth. But you're going to be rolling dice, and based on your dice roll to determine what your narrative will be. So maybe you rolled a 1 and you went to attack the dragon, but all your weapons fly out of your hand. It's that kind of type of game. And then the GM and all the other players has to determine what your role was. Some really fun and engaging aspects here. And then we have Stalker the board game. Yes, this is based on the video game, same type of world, same type of environment. They really did a great job conveying that feeling. And you've got these logbook that you're gonna be traveling through and doing various missions as you move through the zone. And you have your characters, you have Geiger counters, all the things you'd expect in Stalker the board game. And then we have a little card game called Rise of the Gummies. Now, the cool thing about this game is that it does use an app, but as you pick your card to battle against your fellow player, you'll be scanning it or showing your phone or whatever device the card. It will take that information and create an animation and battle between the two cards. And your goal here is to stack the gummies, and you're gonna do all kinds of effects like fire, and you're just gonna be chopping them down, trying to be the ultimate gummy stack. And then we have the new Scarface 1920 expansion Bloody Business, along with 2 new gangs. You've got the Red Dragon Tongs, and you have the Golden Oaks. Very vastly different gangs. Some really interesting play with these for sure. Now the expansion is gonna add some really nice streamlining to the game, along with a new board you're gonna be interacting with, and just new ways to conquer the city. And so, for my pick of the week, you know, I really liked Scarface, and the expansion adds so much to it. And just Adventure Party really scratches that D&D itch in a really fun way. But Stalker the board game, straight up my kind of game. The narrative, the storytelling, and how you engage with the world is simply fantastic. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Hey. Did he just hit our logo?
He
did,
did. That
he did.
skeleton just
That
smacked
skeleton's
our
gonna
logo.
die
Oh, I thought it was a dance move.
again.
Dun, 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 in the year 2087.
All right, let's take a look at some
Skeletons.
random stuff on Kickstarter. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Nebula, the sister of Gamora, or a speaker that brings music to life. This
That,
actually looks
like
kind of
every
cool.
speaker.
Think about visually, you weirdo.
Okay, I don't know.
Here, watch.
Okay, let me see what's up. What is this?
I like it. It's like one of those Rorschach things, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's that,
It looks
what do
great.
they call that? Ferris
Bueller.
No, I know what you mean.
Wheel.
Ferromagnetic stuff.
magnetic.
Do you-
ferrite,
yeah.
whatever.
Do you think it's ever good to buy a stereo speaker, though, online? You can't
No.
tell what it sounds like
No.
unless you're there in person.
Well, especially one like this
No.
that's selling a cool effect, not
Yeah.
necessarily the speakers.
But
I don't think any
Tuesday.
audiophile is buying this for the speaker.
Okay, but
Right.
seeing it there in that like dark room and everything is so different than when you go down and you see someone actually has it. I think this guy right here, when you see it like at his house, it's totally different. This guy right
That
here.
one?
He's
Yeah.
very
You
excited
watched
about
that
it.
video?
That's
Very,
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
How many videos did you watch of this?
That's it. It's like, huh.
I don't like the way the rest of it looks, though. It looks like an old Apple computer. You know when they were making the
yes,
color,
it does.
the color monitors?
Yes.
I
I
feel
think
like
it looks awesome, but again, you buy this because you have a YouTube channel about tech, and it's
Right.
behind you somewhere in your video.
Okay, I'm putting it right here.
You know
There
what
you
I mean?
go.
We
Like
already
that's
got the light bulb spider for Camilla.
That would not be
Yeah.
distracting
it's
at
so
all.
cool looking,
not
isn't
for
it?
Camilla. Calm down.
No,
He meant it as an expression.
So you
No,
can
I'm
see
pretty
it.
sure he meant what he said.
Did
I
we only ever
definitely
get one
would
of
like.
those?
Yes. Did you order one for me too?
I thought I ordered 2 of them.
Oh.
Not for you.
You
My
said
house.
it was for me.
In your face!
Fine.
I'll
650
tell you
sure if
bucks
I
one
too.
took
thing.
it,
If
you
this was
wouldn't notice.
behind you, and I was watching a video like right now, I'm watching this guy doing a video of this thing. I haven't looked at him once. I have
No.
no idea what he
No,
looks like.
I could not describe
This thing
him
is
to a
like so
profiler.
distracting.
Inspired by NASA. That's so vague, by the way. I mean, it's like,
Inspired by NASA.
it's like, wow, you inspire me. I'm gonna make a speaker.
All right, moving on. All right.
Here we go, guys. Go ahead, you bunch of nerds.
I love this.
Okay,
about
this has been showing up my Facebook feed for months.
Yes, I'm sick of seeing it.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it so
I didn't realize there's a
much.
Kickstarter.
Look
Can
at
you
that.
program it with your own pictures?
Yes, you
I believe
can.
So yes. I love how they picked it up.
Computer
and
can draw it,
showed
yeah.
too.
Like,
So
I really
don't-
wish there was a way it could be. I can't think of a good way for it to be vertical. But
No.
the fact that you have to look at it from above is not
welcome.
as good.
Right. It's very nice. It looks really pretty.
Very nice. Yeah,
And then you get to rake the sand.
You can rake it.
Wait.
Look at that. Look at it go.
Real time, by the way.
Yeah.
I would
No.
get no work done.
App controlled.
You should
This
get
is
one
so
of these.
slow, you would definitely get work done.
I-
You do not realize how slow this is.
Wait, it's not. That's not. Is that sped up right there?
That's probably sped up.
It's zoomed
Really?
in.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, you can draw it.
See, my kids would love that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
my
not backing
son.
it. It's tech on Kickstarter. I'm not going to be fooled.
Okay, no,
it.
but this tech exists.
Tech
We've
on
seen
kick,
these,
but I
right?
can just
blues
buy it
on
when
a
it comes
river.
out.
But have you?
For 5 times as much. I don't know if that's true or not.
I love this. I really.
I'm gonna
when
check,
does it deliver?
check Team right now.
Well, it get here by my son's birthday. I'll buy it for him.
Okay.
And
Whatever
he'll
it
play
says
with
it's
it for
going to
like a
deliver.
day,
next
and
month.
It's
then
going to be
fine.
3 years later.
Yeah, and then she'll be like, oh, he has a birthday that year too.
It says February of next year. I don't believe it.
What?
I don't believe it even a little.
Oh, I do.
Well, go
no,
down the
because
next
we've seen
one's-
stuff like
She
this.
has
I don't
not been
think.
fooled
The
before.
top
No,
one
I
is
think, like,
December this
suitcase.
year.
Tell her about the suitcase. Tell her about the
You bought a
illegal
suitcase?
suitcase.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
the
like this tech already exists. So
Where?
We can get 5
Oh,
of
in,
that.
my Facebook feed.
It's inspired by NASA. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. This is very cool. I don't like
click
what
it.
Tom, my main issue
Click it.
is what Tom said. This has to be on a flat surface. I would love for this to be a possibility on a wall. If you could hang this and it could do that.
Oh, really? No, I
That'd
don't
be
think that bothers
amazing.
me.
Like when you play chess. on
I
a
agree.
wall?
You have to like actively look down on this. How is that possible?
It's just like sitting on your
Just doing this.
nightstand or sitting on your
It's
coffee
huge,
table.
though. That's
It's not-
It
It
says
is-
it's a mini. How big is mini?
Let me Google it.
No, it's not. You don't
How
know.
big is Mini?
No, how big is it for real? That's
No one knows.
No one knows.
no,
Google
no,
doesn't
What are the
know.
dimensions. Use your scrolly.
All right, right here, right
It's
here.
9 inches.
Wait.
Yeah, it's 9
I'm
inches.
using my scrolly.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
it's a date
okay.
night.
Oh, I like the lights. That's cray.
I know. Same price. They're included.
See,
Specs.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you
Right there.
just
It was right
got there.
there.
Wow.
It was right
Specs.
there.
He would've
9 inches.
9 inches. That is not like this. What are you talking about? That's like
That
this
big.
big.
It's like this.
right there on a coffee table.
Yeah, but then there's cables coming out of it, so
No,
it won't
there's
look
no
as
cable
cool.
in the picture.
That's the thing. Like you think like, oh, it'll look really nice as a centerpiece, but there's cables.
Fine.
Going
What about
to
the
it.
end table where I have like my little lamp? I have an
rechargeable.
end table beside the
What about
couch. I put
dogs?
it there.
What?
What about them?
You
What are they
put
gonna
dogs
do?
on
Eat
it.
Let's
it?
spill it.
Oh, your dogs would do it. Your
How?
dogs.
How?
Yeah,
What?
right.
What are they doing?
Stop insulting my dogs.
What do
I
they
trained
do?
them to attack people.
Yes, you have.
I don't
know what
This
your
seems
dog
cool.
would do.
I would love to see one, but yeah, it's fine.
Look at,
I
that's
like
how it
this.
works right
I
there.
love this so much. This makes me
Yeah.
very happy.
You should back this.
You should back it.
We
for
should
me.
all back it. 5 of them.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's true,
Boom.
guys. You want to do a 5 times bundle?
Come on, I'm in.
That's right. That's fine. All right. I'll give you money later.
That's true. You get it, Joey.
It's gonna be cheaper for me.
When they come in, he's like, they're 200 a piece now. I will
You
make
like
my-
that?
So we got two
I don't make
here.
my money
Hold
back.
on. How
You
many more?
like?
All right. Do you want some wireless? I like how they have to explain it to a wireless.
Wireless
glasses.
Is that because of the Mac thing, you think? Because the new Mac one,
Has a wire.
the wire
yeah,
battery.
Battery, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what? They have Mac glasses with wires?
That's coming in some virtual
the new,
face,
yeah,
whatever. You know,
that's definitely a Clark
some
Kent
Wally.
pair of glasses.
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
It is.
that's awful.
Yeah.
They're not very.
Show me what I can see.
They're not very stylish. They did in the video they show you.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they
they're
did.
simulated. You know, they're not real, but it seems fine if you want to be on the cutting edge of tech and you don't mind taking risks on
Okay.
tech.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing both here, very much both. This
Google-
might work for a month. It might
Those
not
are
work
so
at all.
thick.
It might not deliver. There's just such a giant risk you're taking. You know what I mean? I do like the idea, and the one guy did it in the video where he was fishing, and I guess he caught something. I do like the idea of no matter where I am and what I'm looking at, being like, oh, and start
That's great.
recording.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love that idea. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm like, oh my goodness, what's happening?
That's
Click.
funny. Say it again.
Not bad.
No, I've been recording this whole conversation. It's fine.
But then the Google glasses looked a bit smoother than this. This looked, yeah, that's creepy right there. Reminds me of some sort of Black Mirror type thing.
I say I hate the idea. Like completely hate the idea. This is an IR project. This is not my. This is way too like.
As soon as it shows me, I want to take it to a convention where everyone I meet, it says their name, and it's like, Tom, you met them here
Oh,
and
yeah.
did this.
Oh,
I think
that
it's
I
useful.
would.
It's like their
I would
actual
do
name
that.
and then what you programmed into your phone as them.
Who
you
their
know?
kids are, how are.
Right. You know, it's
No, I
like.
call people by their names. I don't
See?
like
No,
an
it's
annoying
like-
guy who keeps
Really?
calling
Because
me.
you just sent me a contact today, which was inflatable guy.
That's true, I did. That's because I forgot his name, okay?
Oh, okay, but you call him by that name that you.
When I come up with like,
He comes to the door like this.
Hey!
No wonder. Tom was accurate.
what is his name? I forgot it again.
You don't know.
He's an inflatable guy. All right.
I just call him Sir because you never told me
James.
his name.
All right, speaking of vertical stuff, we're talking about the vertical marble. We got vertical chess, baby.
Okay, I like this.
I do too. This actually is nice.
It's interesting because when I first heard about it, I thought I wouldn't like the chess pieces pointing out, but they're not. They cut them in half.
Yeah, they do like the way they do it in newspapers, you know, or puzzles.
Also, every time someone shows a chess set, they always show people doing this thing where they're doing their day, they spin by, and they make a move. It also happens in many sitcoms and in the
Yeah.
beginning of movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
no
And
way.
in real life, never happens. You sit down and play the game.
Yep.
You don't make a move as you're like doing it. Also, my kids will come in and be like,
Oh,
make some
absolutely.
fake
dog.
move.
Absolutely.
Your ill-behaved dogs.
Yes, they would eat this.
That's what Joey said.
You're putting way
is
too
it?
much trust in your opponent.
You're gonna forget to move this thing.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Whoa.
absolutely. I can't even remember to remove the dishwasher clean dirty thing. I wouldn't remember this.
But could you play from that angle? I don't know. For me, I don't know. Chess. The angle would throw me off. Maybe I'm lying.
Maybe
could you
your
play from
line
that
with the
angle?
angle would be hard for you.
I
What
can't even
angle?
do
What
that.
do you mean? It's that
Have
it's
you ever
straight
played
on?
chess on a computer?
It
No.
looks like this. It's exactly like this.
does.
It's the figure image on its side, like they do on newspapers and computers. And
All board games on a screen look like that.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
moron.
But no, now if you put it down like this.
Inflatable guy. Yes, Tom. Yes.
Oh,
Hammer.
that's so so much.
this is
I
great.
want this.
This
okay,
is everything
I like this.
I've always wanted.
Basically, what they
Love
say
it.
somewhere like
Rock, paper,
the third
scissors.
hand. I'm like, I wish I had an extra hand. My mom would say, well, I should have bought her one of these.
Oh, he's got two. He's got the rock, he's got the paper, but he has not made the scissors yet. Did you see that? He has the axe. You see the axe down
The
there?
axe was pretty sweet.
I
know.
see
Walking
that.
through the woods with the axe. Yeah, you didn't see the video?
No, I only made it to here and I like backed it. So
Did you?
The print and play version.
I gotta have a guy forging stuff with it.
Yeah, well, the guy who makes it has his own forge, and you
I
see
love
him
this.
walking through the woods with the hammer and with the axe. Yeah,
There's
what is the axe?
Oh, it's a hand.
it's a
it's-
hand like
and
this,
it's
sharp.
sharpened
It's
right
sharp.
here, and he like uses it to
That's
chop wood or
cooler than
whatever.
another
Hey,
one.
really?
Oh my gosh.
Why is
I
that
love
not
this.
the lead part of this
Yes.
project?
I don't know if you can get that.
I think
he
it's
made that
also
before.
Yeah, or maybe less. Like I would
Reminds
use
me
a
of that guy
hammer
that
more.
Shooter McGavin. Remember?
This unique axe makes you feel like you're giving a high five
Carl
to your
Weathers?
work piece.
Yes, that is the
Well,
kind of
I'm like, high five,
I approve.
Joey.
High five.
That would be great.
See you tomorrow. Nope.
What's that movie where Christian Bale plays the guy who kills people? This is the kind of
Batman?
weapon he would
they
use.
have a board game for that, American Psycho.
American
Yeah, American
Psycho,
Psycho.
there
This
it
is the
is.
weapon
yeah.
he would use.
Yeah.
Oh, you're listening to the Huey Lewis in the news? High five.
Stick it right there.
I love this so much.
Oh,
I want that hand.
yeah.
How much are they?
Is there a combo? Is there a combo? Because I'll take the hammer fist if you.
Wow, they're really expensive.
Super early bird.
Worth it?
179 E's. That's a lot.
I love it so much.
Really expensive.
They're so ridiculous, guys. Just buy a hammer.
No, but it's not a fist.
All right.
No. This one right here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. This video too, I was like, y'all went all out on the video.
This one is like something your uncle makes, and you're like, you like it? Should we sell it? And you're like,
All right.
No.
Well, look, I'm with this lady. Putting sheets on
It's
for me
annoying.
is one of my least favorite things in the world.
I agree.
Do you do the fall process? Where when you do the
Yes,
fourth quarter,
every time.
you fall down and just stretch out and hope you make it.
And then you lay down for a little bit
Really?
longer than you should. You don't do that?
No, I don't do that.
Oh,
You know what I do
that.
now? Nothing. It just
You don't
magically
change your
makes
sheets.
itself.
Oh, really?
Don't
Does
change
it?
sheets.
But
Use
now,
an easy sheet.
watch this.
This is great. Oh, this is fantastic.
Thing is, like, this isn't. It's pretty simple tech. It's not a terrible idea to me. The video,
But
like,
they already make beds
lost
that
it.
move like this.
In order
Do
to,
they?
but you have to get a whole bed. This like fits the mattress. It's just a little air pocket that inflates to pull it up and then it deflates, to go down. So I don't think it's a terrible idea. But man, the video, this.
What are you doing?
This,
Yeah, the guy's like, right, even I can do it. Let me try.
yeah, this like unsells the product to me.
What's behind his back? Are they flowers?
Oh, no,
That was a
no.
fist.
Oh, even a man can do it. Oh,
Put the fourth quarter on. That's like
Even
me. I'm
Tom
like, oh,
can
I'll
do
help.
it's,
Yeah.
so I
It
get to
was-
like $80. It's two backers, 161.
Yeah,
will make
that's
it.
sweet.
Give it
All right.
time.
It's an interesting idea, honestly. I mean, but
Better than this.
Oh, this one
Yeah.
canceled. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
You can no
Oh.
longer take notes in the shower.
It was fine
So if
earlier
you're in the
today.
shower and you need to write something down or have a positive affirmation,
Yep.
I don't know about that.
come on.
Yeah.
This is
I
just
know.
stupidity.
who wants this? Like, how many people are going, yeah, I can see myself utilizing this enough to back it?
I mean, that's the thing. I've been in that situation where it's like, oh, I need to text somebody, but I only ever think of it when I'm like on the way to bed, in the shower, things when I can't do that.
Right,
right.
But that's happened like a couple times.
Right, ever.
Like it's not a big deal.
You can like yell to your Google or Alexa to make a
right,
note for you or
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm just like, hey Siri, remind me in 5 minutes.
Right.
No, I don't
How
have
does
it
it
on me.
get out of the shower? Like, if I'm like, hey, kids, go get the shower notes. I need to.
Go get the shower notes.
No, but I mean,
You
is it
say,
like
how
wet
does it
still?
get out?
No, but I mean, is
Like-
it.
It's
When you put-
waterproof or whatever, right? I mean, that's the idea.
Yeah, but is it going to be wet when you pull it out?
I don't know if it's
I
plastic
mean, that's what
or
happens
what.
when
I
things
have
get
no
water
idea.
on them.
I don't know.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's.
Joey.
Okay, so here's some ergonomic shoes for you that are.
Oh, man.
That if you, these are definitely made because anyone who buys these shoes wants every single person they meet to ask them about their shoes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I
This is
agree.
a statement.
You are
yes.
wearing this, so people are like, "Why are your shoes so hideous?" You're like, "Yes, these are the worst looking shoes you've ever seen. But
And they say
They're
like,
also expensive.
and they also say like splitting the sole in half makes it feel like you're barefoot.
How does
I'm
that
pretty
make it-
sure I disagree strongly with that. Like,
Have you
I'm
tried it,
like,
though?
I haven't because I can't.
how much are they?
How much are they? Look, it's made with corn.
The super early bird,
Oh!
326 for a pair of shoes? Sorry, kids, you're barefoot.
Wow.
But it'll feel like you're barefoot. That's good.
You could save $300 by going barefoot.
I would love to try these shoes
No, you
on.
can't. No shoes.
I'm not backing
That's
this,
true.
obviously, but they look weird, and I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't think splitting them in half is probably gonna feel good, but I want to try them on.
They would break too. I'm sorry, you would step on stuff that would get caught in between that.
What are you
Oh,
stepping
can you
on?
imagine
I would
like
step
a
on
rock,
gum my
like
first
on
day of
gravel?
wearing
That
those
would feel
shoes.
so.
Yeah, if you're walking on stones, come on now, they're gonna poke up in
Yeah.
between there.
Do you walk on stones a lot?
There is no positive here. It's expensive.
Yes.
It makes
no sense.
ugly things look pretty.
Yes.
The thing is, too, this kind of bothers me when it talks about, oh, it's recyclable. And I'm like, got it. I'm on board with that. I hug trees in my off time. That's
She
fine.
does.
You know, but if you put this in your recycling bin, they're just going to throw it away. You know, it's like, yes, they're recyclable at specific places that know exactly the product they're getting, so they don't filter it out. So that's like,
Well, you can.
No.
Oh, okay. They are.
It's-
You can recycle them. Not
They're
that they're made from recycled
both.
things.
Well, it's not
Wait, wait,
recycled
wait,
things.
wait.
It's
So
all
point out-
natural materials
It's got hemp in there,
that then
too.
are
Yeah, it
recyclable.
is.
It does say that, made with recycled pet. I love that.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
what part?
The white part there in the middle.
No, I meant what part of the pet?
A hoof. That's what it looks like.
Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on.
Ooh.
Everything stop. The rest of them are fine. Okay, coconut, hemp. I'm okay with all of it. All right? I don't care if it's got recycled wood in it or natural rubber. Recycled pet? Did that mean something else? Am I missing something?
Is this like if you send in their ashes, you have like...
That's pet.
Oh, that'll be good. She's always with me. I'm going to take her for a walk.
I've been walking my dog for the next 10 years.
Oh, yes. Oh, I like that.
Oh,
And just like that, I'm back in.
Someone says it's got to be an acronym. That's got to be true,
That's
right?
gotta
It's
be.
got to stand for something
like
else.
PET means
No,
something?
because hemp made with hemp. I mean, everything else is capitalized the same way. I don't think it's an acronym.
Recycled pet.
Oh.
I need to Google this. Where's my phone? I don't have my phone. Oh my god.
Use safe
All right,
search.
last project. Here we go. Big Lebowski nesting dolls.
Was this on our list?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is fantastic. How
Did
did I
you
miss
miss
this?
this?
I missed this. This is glorious.
Are you going to back it?
It's my pick of the
Show
week.
the video. Hit him with the video.
There's a video?
Watch. Look, it's another one.
Oh,
Look, it's a...
oh, this is great. Oh, wait. Eep. Tell me there's another. Oh, yes. Oh.
Huh? I love
good.
the shock of like watching that and then it immediately cuts to black and it says 12% fun.
12%.
I love that. It's like, oh, ouch.
Oh my
a
god.
new
man.
red variant for second edition. That's a...
Oh, I love that. Yeah, you need the red variant.
Where are they going?
The dude abides.
Do you think they look like? Do you think the big one, the main one,
Yes.
looks? If I showed that to you and didn't tell you it was Big Lebowski, I don't think you'd get it right away.
I don't know. I think the second step actually looks a lot more Big Lebowski-esque.
Well, he's the John Goodman character,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, he
John-
looks good. And then
Yeah, he looks great. And it's very like, it's his pose, his glasses, the gun, the shirt with the chain.
the first one just looks like a drunk uncle.
Yes.
Yeah, the eyes being really, really far apart and freaking me out.
All right, picks of the week.
This needs a
Should I just stay here, Joey?
Stay here.
Where are you going?
Am I going first?
Yeah, I guess.
Why
Brother.
don't you kill a little bit more time?
Man.
I can
Are
go
you worried
first.
that we're... Okay, go ahead.
My pick is
No.
Coloma.
Is it really?
Yeah. I've never played it.
Well, one I was
I'm very interested. And perhaps I will play it soon in some sort of catch-up palooza. The end.
Is this anyone else's pick of the week?
It's also Mike's pick of the week there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby!
Right.
Mike and I, we know things.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't
All
look
right.
at me, okay? That's
I
a
am
good
gonna
look
go.
at me.
I really wanted to pick Tales of Evil. I'll be honest. I was right there next to it. But Tanares, I like the idea of that. As much as I
Forgot about this.
it's a lot, but people have said it's a dungeon crawl mixed with an RPG, and they say they actually mix them really well. So I'm curious about trying this, and it's.
I already backed in the all-in pledge thing.
Did you?
×2.
Ooh.
I did not. Are you insane? It's too expensive and big.
Just ×1 then?
It worries me that you believe me.
He's
so
quite
happy.
gullible. He is, yeah.
But it does look good. I've heard good things about it, and I would like to try it.
All right, Camille.
I don't remember the name of mine. It's the little 18 card, not Tussy Mussy one.
Really?
Yes.
Ocean.
Ocean
Mussy.
something, yeah, it's in that. So I haven't played, like I said, I haven't played Tussy Mussy. I don't have that
Okay.
connection. I am charmed by the artwork, the little set collection, building your own scoring opportunities.
I haven't found it yet.
It's in the
There
very.
it is. Oh,
It's
Pacific
yeah.
Ocean. That's
Pacific
what it's
Ocean.
called. Here we
Yes,
go.
I
Camille's
remember.
pick.
Yeah. So I was charmed by this one. It definitely seems like one that I would like to try. These 18 card games. Yeah. So this one is intriguing to me.
I like the look of it for sure. Love the artwork.
I like Gloomhaven, good, and I'm looking forward to the RPG, but I'm going all the way back to the very beginning, and my
Kraken
pick of the
Skulls.
week is going to be, it's the Bad Baby one. Whatever they're called. Bad Baby
Wait,
Lich
what?
Lord.
Really?
Again, this looks interesting.
Are you backing it?
Yes. Also, I backed the first one.
I'm interested in playing this with you when it shows up. Also, I would like a pair of those shoes, please. Somebody said they are gopher loafers.
No.
Yeah, I love that. I like that.
I will
Yeah,
get
yeah.
you a pair of those shoes, but
I have to provide the
I need
pet.
to walk out that briefly.
Fuzzy?
Where's Fluffy? I like these shoes, though.
That's like the kid who's like eating their lamb, their pet lamb or
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
It's the same thing. You're like, here, kid, here's some new shoes. This will make up for you losing the dog. Don't ask any more questions.
Oh,
Goodness.
all right. This looks interesting to you. Huh?
Alrighty, well,
I'll
that's it,
try it.
folks, for Crowdsurfing. We'll be back tomorrow morning with
Smorgasbord.
board game Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
And then tomorrow, a top 10 dexterity game.
What?
Twister. You'll see. That will be on my list.
No.
Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joe Evans.
I'm Khalil Claghorn.
I'm Z Garcia.
Papa said get some new shoes.
Yeah, baby garlic
Walk the
bologna
dog.
shoes.
Woof.